What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Technical Solutions. I hope that you guys are all having an amazing day. For those that don't know who it is that I am or are joining us for the first time, my name is Ricky. I have a group. It's a free group. It's called Technical Solutions. It's linked right down below. And for those that are ever interested in learning a little bit more about the stock market or how to kind of get started in surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals, then I think that we are kind of like the best and the most accessible group out there. So that's going to be the third link in the description. So let's kind of get started. So I first want to thank all those that are tuning in live. You can see a couple people that are posting on the right-hand live chat. So if you guys want to join us live, just be sure to turn on your post notification. That's that little bell right next to that subscribe button, so I can answer your questions live in real time. So real quick, let me go ahead and ask you guys. So what is it that you guys have planned for this week? And what's going to make this weekend the best weekend ever? So I'm going to talk to you guys very quickly about my weekend. So and then we'll get into covering this week's profits, and as well as what is it that I'm looking at for next week. So first of all, while you guys are all typing, my plan for this week is I'm actually flying out of Arizona. I have a meeting in California, and I'm going to be there for just a couple days. And I'm trying to close a deal on a new car that I plan on buying. It's going to be a new supercar. So I'm posting my 2015 Alpha 7 GTR for sale. I currently have my M3 for sale. And yeah, I'm going to hopefully be upgrading soon. And I'm super pumped about that one. I'm trying to get the lowest price specific car in the country, just like we've done with like the GTR and stuff like that. So let's see what you guys are doing. Fernando is saying, I love you, puppy too. Oh my goodness, you're horrible. Oh, that's hilarious. So yeah, so what we're going to cover is today's profits. This week's profits. I'm also going to cover what is it that I'm looking at for next week to kind of give you guys my input. I want to make sure that you guys don't focus on the ticker symbols themselves, but if you guys can really focus on my overall understanding and thought process on why it is that I see value in these specific stocks. Because you might not be watching this in real time and it might not be beneficial because these stocks or ETFs might not be relevant. But if you focus on the overall thought process and what I'm looking for as in criteria, and you try to wrap your mind around that and try to get stocks that meet that specific criteria, then I think you'll be better off in that perspective. So again, we're not here to tell you where to buy, where to sell, or where to cut your losses. We're here to show you and provide that back end structure to kind of guide you in the right process. So everyone is talking about it. It's about the Dow Jones. Dow Jones, last time I checked, was down about 514 points. Some people are saying that it's down about 600 points, a little bit over than that, a little bit more than that. So I'm definitely going to cover that and touch base on not too many. I'm going to film tomorrow's video and provide you more details about the Dow and what it is that, in today's video, I'm going to quickly cover how it is that I plan to trade next week due to what is happening due to that pullback with Dow Jones. So let's go ahead and kind of start this. So it doesn't look like you guys are doing too many things this weekend. It says you guys are just asking me questions. What the heck? Hey, Ford is super down too. Still waiting on DRN. I agree. So thank you, Kim. All right, let's go ahead and up $372. I do. All right, let's kind of get started. So I've talked about this enough already. Let me move this down. Boom, boom, boom. All right, I'm going to be down here. Don't mind me. There we go. So quickly, I wanted to cover, so if you guys want to know, if you guys follow me on Instagram, so first of all, the link is down below. If you guys follow me on Instagram, every single day that either I'm up or I'm down, I post whatever my profits or my earnings or my swing trades are for the day. So be sure, if you're not already, I would encourage you, if you guys have an Instagram, to follow me if you guys see value. If you guys don't, then I totally understand. But I don't post daily vlogs or anything like that, but I kind of post what it is that I'm doing on the daily. So like my trading, the buying and reselling of cars. I'll get into detail about that. The different cars I'm buying, as well as me going and getting some food at Cane's, and then possibly going to the gym. So stuff like that. It's just I don't really have a lavish life. I'm pretty boring, but I tend to do things on a consistent basis, and I'm having fun while doing it. So I'd love to have you and kind of just network in that perspective. But I wanted to quickly cover my trades for the week. You guys can watch all my videos this week. I've mainly been swing trading or either day trading these kind of swing stocks that we called out throughout the entire week. These are all stocks that we've talked about within our private group for Learn, Plan, Profit and our public group of Technical Solutions. I'm about to sneeze right now, so just give me 1 second. I want to see if I can actually pull this up. Here we go. So it's just a couple, it's a mixture of the different screenshots that I was posting either on Instagram or on the Learn Plan Profit group. So this is one of my trades. This one was for DGAS, $431. This one, the $456.80 was today. So if you guys watched my video today, you guys would have seen me live actually cover my profits. I sold way too early, but hey, that was my plan. I walked away. It literally was in 3 minutes that I covered my profits and $456. I cannot complain. Again, don't be greedy. And then this one was my profits yesterday for $444.80. That was on my DGAS position. The $456 was on my JDST position. The $132 was my day trade yesterday for JDST. So if you're part of my Learn Plan Profit group, you guys would have seen my call out there. And then this one was for one of my DRM positions on my Fidelity account. So I wanted to quickly cover my profits for the week, my trades for the week, right? And talk to you guys about how it is, not only myself. So let me go ahead and move on over here. I wanted to show you guys that it's not just me that's doing well, but it's also our overall community. So we have a profit section. If you're part of our private group chat for Learn Plan Profits, that's the first link in the description. We offer a video lesson library that you'll have a lifetime access to, and it shows you step by step on how it is that I've invested in the stock market, what has led to my success, how to scan for your own stocks, how to find your own stocks. It's not about me telling you what to trade or anything like that. It's you building your own eye for value and me providing that back end structure that a lot of people need. So it's just that discipline. So this is one of our traders. This is all him. So this is not any stock that I called out. He's been doing an amazing job focusing on a specific sector that has been working very well for him. Look at this for 1 second. $24,000 profit. I've never had a day like that. So $931 profit on another position, and we can just start going from here. So this is where I posted one of my when was this? This was today in the morning. So this is when it was during pre-market hours. So market opens here at 7:30. And then we have a couple of our traders here posting $115 profit. There's another trader posting the past week. He's growing his account 8.5%. So that's exceptional growth. Again, every single person within our group has a weekly goal. And I work with them on a daily basis because I speak to the entire group every single day at market open on a daily basis, up 6.7% on a week. Again, staying on track, making sure that we're working on consistent growth, 6.3%. We have here $170 or 7.6% just intraday. Again, next coin is also just absolutely killing it, 55% growth with Acker, and he's just doing an amazing job with that. And these are all his callouts. I do want to give him a shout out. He was able to do a short on Tesla, making a little bit over $1,000 profit. This was all him, and he brought the idea to me about shorting Tesla. I give him my 2 cents, and he took action himself. So this is all his I'm just here to provide my 2 cents and them to do their own due diligence. So I do want to give a shout out to Ifuentes. She was able to make a little bit over $400 profit today, and that's amazing with her Robinhood account. Right here we have nearly $1,500 profit. That's intraday. That's pretty much my week, right? So these people are absolutely killing it. And is it because I'm telling them where to buy? No, because I don't tell anyone where to buy or sell. Is it because I'm telling them exactly where they should do their own position? Absolutely not. If you ever have the ability to join our daily Q&A chats, the cycle or kind of the routine that you'll see is that I talk about the stocks that I see value in, and once I'm done talking about the stocks that I see value in, the group does the same thing. They ask me questions about specific stocks on what they see value in, where they think it's a good buy, good sell, where they plan on cutting losses. They formulate their own plan, and I give them my own 2 cents. Hey, I understand and I agree with what it is that you said. I would look out for this pattern. So again, it's people doing their own fishing, and I'm here just to provide, my own 2 cents and feedback based on my experience. If that's a group that you would like to surround yourself with, click that first link in the description and simply learn a little bit more. But what has really led to my success with what it was that I was trading this specific week has to be, I've covered it time after time, these gold-based or oil-based ETFs or gas-based ETFs. So it's the reversal that we were waiting for such a long period of time on DGAS. We got that confirmation of an uptrend pattern. DGAS has been pushing up nonstop since the bounce at $17 and has hit somewhat of a resistance, just like we expected at $14. And that's why I covered a majority of my profits, because the old support level at $24 was acting as a new resistance. So now it's a little bit overextended. It's more on the overbought side than oversold, and I expect somewhat of a pullback, and that's why I sold half of my position. I still have a part of my position in my Fidelity account, is because I expect a pullback. I expect for this thing to bounce on the 180-day EMA. Due to it, not being able to really break above $24. It's really been struggling. Almost hit highs of 25, but has not been able to break it. You can see that the RSI indicator is indicating signs of it being overbought. You can see the MACD indicator showing signals of a downward pattern, a potential sell signal. So it's all part of the game, and I think I'm doing it what makes sense for me. I covered some of my profits just like the majority of our traders did. We're waiting for the sell-off to add more to our position once we verify the bounce on the 180-day EMA. And then, we're getting it for a good deal. It bounces, it starts to trend back up, and then we can start to cover profits when it breaks again above $24 or leading up to the next resistance at around $28, then 30, and then 33. So that's my plan on DGAS. That's what has led to my success and a lot of people's success when it comes down to the overall patterns that we were looking at for DGAS itself. Now for JDST, there's been a lot of news with the State of the Union address that the president had. There was a lot of talk about increases in taxes, and that really brings down the value of the dollar. So I knew due to that, we were talking about JDST way before Trump had his whole speech. I felt like because of his speech, once he started having that speech, it started to act as a catalyst on driving this price up. I identified a very simple pattern of this support at $50, resistance at 55, and that's all I was scalping the past 2 days. I day traded JDST yesterday for $132 profit. I did a 1 day swing trade for locking in my profits within 3 minutes. I was able to cover over $450 with a simple 3-minute swing trade. So I just covered profits, and that's it. It pushed up much higher. Did you guys see why? Because of the uncertainty within our economy, because of Dow Jones pushing back over 500 points. People are saying that I haven't checked it recently, or I haven't checked it within the past hour. People said that it has pushed down 600 points. And when there's uncertainty within our economy, when there's gold-based ETFs that are bull-driven based ETFs, inverse ETFs like this go up when our economy ends up showing signs of uncertainty. I was actually expecting, due to the resistance that it was showing at $55, that it wasn't going to break. And then there was a breakout pattern. It went up to 56 and then 57. And then that was great because last time it hit highs of 56. The previous time it hit highs of 55. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. It's showing signs of an ascending uptrend pattern. But no, this time there was a huge rush of volume and it drove the price up, hitting highs of over $58 and nearly 59. So that, so talking about that, it has crossed above the 180-day SMA that I have set up. So that's that green line that you see here. And it's now starting to show signs of an uptrend pattern. Now, if this news ends up dying out and then, that catalyst ends up dying out, then we'll most likely see a pullback. But one of the things that I really like about JDST, and not just this one, but these bull-driven ETFs such as DUST that are doing very well, is that they're showing signs of a continuous uptrend. All I have to do is keep a close eye on the 180-day EMA to get a better understanding on when a good buy is, wait for the verification of the bounce off of that EMA, and once we get that bounce, if I'm patient enough, I can get in for a good buy and then scalp it as it makes new highs, just like we did yesterday. Let me show you like a real example of exactly what I mean. So I'm gonna do a 5-day, 5 minutes. So what I mean by making new highs is that, no, I guess that's not the best. Let's do this. So what I mean by this is that when it makes new highs is that the first time it almost hit $55, the next time it hit a little bit over 55, almost $56, and then this time it hit highs of $58.50. So it continues to make new highs, and then the lows that it makes are not as low as they were prior. So it's showing signs of an ascending uptrend pattern. So this next time that it pulls back, it can pull back anywhere from around, expected to be around maybe $54. That would be a much better buy because that's where the bottom view up is at. So that would make sense on why it would bounce there, maybe lows of $53. So waiting a little bit more for a sell-off so I can buy low. And then if I buy in at $53 and scalp it up to new highs, let's say 59, that's 11% growth. So me trading with a, $10,000 position, that's an $1,100 return. So that would be something worth investing for me. And if there's a breakout pattern and it starts to pull back, I can manage my risk at 1 or 2% or whatever it is that I feel comfortable with. But one of the things that I want to encourage you guys that has really led to the success, I think, to a lot of our members is that every time before you take a position, you should know exactly where it is that you are going to be selling, and also cutting losses if there's a break of pattern or the stock or ETF that you're investing in is not going according to plan. If that doesn't make sense to you, if you don't know where is a good time to sell, then you probably should not be investing in it because you don't understand that stock or ETF enough. That's the easiest way that I can say it. Does that mean that you should not invest in the stock market and you should drop all this and shut this video down? No, it just means that you have to dedicate a little bit more time to understand these patterns. I have a series of free videos on YouTube, and so do so many other YouTubers. And I also have the video lesson library for Learn, Plan, Profit for those that want to work with me on a daily basis. I just want to make sure that you guys don't just throw your hard-earned money away and invest based on other people's opinion. There was a message that I saw today. Some people thought it was kind of funny. There was a message that I saw today in the the TechBud Solutions group. Someone asking, "Hey, what's a good penny stock for me to buy right now?" And there's a bunch of people that were like posting like, "Hey, you know, you should buy this, you should buy this," and I messaged them, and mine got the most likes. And what I messaged was, "You should never. That question should never be asked within our group." And what I mean by that is, if you're asking where should I buy or what stock should I buy, who am I to decide what you should invest your hard-earned money on? I'm no one. No one's anyone, right? You worked very hard for your money, and you should be the sole decision maker on what it is that you invest in. Because if you make a win or you take profits, then great, that's something that you earned. If you take a loss, then realistically, it's on you, and you want to make sure that you can do this on a consistent basis. So I just wanted to quickly cover my profits for this week, what the patterns were that I saw on JDST, DGAS, and what I think will continue to happen is as this uncertainty within our economy continues to happen, and if these pullbacks continue to happen with Dow Jones, again, the inverse ETF of JDST is JNUG, so keep a close eye on that. If there's a reversal intraday for JNUG, then that could be a good potential day trade pattern to follow. And people within our course know exactly what it is that I'm talking about. So what about the decay? So Freedom Show is talking about what about the decay on ETFs? That's 100% something that we've covered before in the video. So if you guys want to search up on YouTube ETFs or the top ETFs to trade and stuff like that, I've made videos on the ones that I see value in and the overall decaying pattern. Not all of them are showing signs of a downward pattern, but a lot of them do decay. And it's, again, becoming familiar with the pattern, not just short term, but also big picture, and understanding that the form of risk that you're taking on when investing in these ETFs. If you don't understand these patterns enough, then you probably either should not be investing in them or watch how much it is that you actually do invest in them. So okay, so it looks like some people have some questions about Robinhood, I think. So okay, so you guys are talking about a brokerage and stuff like that, right? Okay, I don't know exactly what it is that they are talking about, but yeah, so I think leading up to this, if that uncertainty continues to happen and that news continues to kind of pull the Dow Jones down, then obviously we will see ETFs such as DUST and JDST continue to break resistance levels and continue to move back up. But if all of a sudden we see Dow Jones start to recover, then obviously the inverse ETFs such as NUGT and JNUG are going to start pulling back up. But overall, JDST and DUST on the big picture are actively trending up, while the other two inverse ETFs are actually pulling down. So so brokerage for small accounts, suggestions. So it would have to be Robinhood. Robinhood doesn't offer commission or doesn't charge commission. So that would be, I think, one of the best brokerage options. We've covered that before. They don't have the best, service or customer support, but it's kind of like where you're at. If you have like $100 or maybe $1,000, Robinhood might be the ideal platform for you, just because you don't have to pay commissions. And if you're paying, $10 or $5 for every entry and exit, they can start to add up, especially if you're starting out. Also look into TD Ameritrade simulation trading. It's fake money, but you get to trade real-time stocks with real-time quotes. Just call up a TD Ameritrade rep, and they'll show you exactly how it is that you can gain access to that. I have videos on that as well, and that's something that we cover in the course as well. So it looks like we're about to hit that 20-minute mark. I just quickly wanted to cover the stocks that I was looking at, that I was trading, and ETFs that I was trading this week. What led to my success, the patterns that I was focusing on, news that happened with the Dow Jones. I'm going to be making a video tomorrow talking about the Dow Jones in specific just points. Thank you again, Lupo. So he's actually a very active member and group leader within the TechBud Solutions main chat room, and he had certain bullet points that he wanted me to cover for tomorrow's video. So I'm super excited for that. I just wanted to let you guys know, so for those, DSLV. So sorry, DSLV breakdown, please. So DSLV follows a very similar pattern such as JDST and DUST. So you can look at the overall pattern, big picture. It is being held down below the 180-day SMA. So that's something to look out for. It's more at the overbought side than oversold. So I would cover profits and then revisit the idea of going back in once there's a break of resistance. So one of the things that I wanted to let you guys know is that for those that are part of the Flipping Wheels course, so the buying and reselling of cars and motorcycles, I want to let you guys know that I'm going to be going live in about 1 hour in the Facebook group, and the reason why is because I just ended up buying a new flip. So you guys aren't gonna believe it. Well, we've talked about it multiple times. One of the things that I do on the side is buying and reselling cars and motorcycles. My biggest month ever was the month of November for 2017, and I was able to make $23,000 profit that month alone. By far my biggest month. Ultimately, I aim for anywhere from around $2,500 to $5,000 a month with this side hobby. And with one flip, one bike, again, talking about quality, not only for investing in the stock market, but the buying and reselling of motorcycles and cars. This bike was posted. It's a Yamaha 2005 R6 with less than 20,000 miles. It was posted for $4,000, which is about what it's worth, but it's posted on Facebook, which is not a very in high demand kind of like platform to resell products on. If he would have posted it on Craigslist, the thing would have sold for $4,000. We bought it for $2,300 today. So a $1,700 margin is what we built for ourselves. It's in my garage right now. I'm gonna upload that video, if not tomorrow, then on Sunday. But I'm also gonna go live in the the Facebook group for Flipping Wheels. So for those that ever want to learn about exactly how it is that I find these deals, how to negotiate, that's the biggest part, and then how to close the deal and then list them, minimizing all ownership expenses, and then being able to do this on a consistent basis, I would encourage you to click the second link in the description, because this is probably one of the funnest hobbies that I get to take a part of, because I've done it with my McLaren MP412C, the Corvette Z06, the Audi R8, my GTR, the previous GTR, the M3 that I have, the previous M3 that I've had, with a series of motorcycles that I've owned. And I talk about everything it is that you need to know and how it is that I do this, and I make money off of owning, my dream car. So I'm super excited. We're starting and kickstarting 2018 February on an amazing note. And if you're having a little bit of a rough start, that just means that you have to maybe plan a little bit more and kind of look forward to next week and make sure that you're prepared to take action of certain opportunity when it comes down to whatever opportunity presents itself. So for those that are asking, no, I'm in Arizona. I talk about how it is exactly that I do it when it comes down to on consignment sales or flipping under my name and actually registering and stuff like that. So we talk about everything in detail. So thank you guys again so much for tuning in. All the links are provided for you down below. My Instagram, the Learn Plan Profit course, and then the Flipping Wheels course, which is the buying and reselling. I'm going to be going live in about 1 hour for the Flipping Wheels course, showing you guys step by step on how it is that I bought this bike, the negotiation aspect, how I leverage certain things to bring additional couple $100s down, and then to the actual closing and how much it is that we plan to sell it for, where I plan to sell it, and stuff like that. So that's the second link in the description, and then the free group is the third link in the description. And then you guys can follow me on Instagram if you guys want to stay up to date with what it is that I do. So thank you guys again so much for your time. So Matthew saying Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. I hope you guys have an amazing and safe Friday and weekend as well. I'm going to be in California for a little bit. I have a meeting over there, so I hope to see some of you out there. So for Ricardo, how long is the lesson? So you're talking about the Learn Plan Profit lesson library. It's a lifetime access. So you pay that one-time fee. You'll have access to speaking to me and the group on a daily basis. And then you have a lifetime access to the actual course itself. And I continue to add new content. So I added new videos about it today, and I continue to add new videos to both courses because markets are always changing. And I want to make sure that I provide you guys with the most up-to-date content out there. So we're in California. It's going to be in Northern California. So I have a meeting out there, at least as of now. My meeting location might change. I fly out, I think, tomorrow. I haven't even booked my flight. I'm horrible, right? So, okay, Google, play Gucci Gang. All right, so Sam Scott is saying, how are you gaining with the markets following? Well, I focus on uptrend patterns. So I look at the overall patterns on the 180-day chart, and I see which ones are actively trending up. So I focus on what's growing because I want to grow my account. So I follow the patterns in the charts, not what everyone else is talking about. So that's a really good question. So thank you guys again so much. Continue working hard. Continue following your dreams. Let your passion be what drives in your success. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Okay, Google, 100% volume.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
All right, guys, take it easy. I hope you guys have an amazing Friday. So take care, team.